I know with every stepping stone in getting a direction to achieve something or even to do something for the betterment of our community and everybody, there are challenges.
Yeah.
Has there been any challenge when you started, and was there even no challenge outward, but was there a time you feel enough is enough? Let me stay my somewhere and do my thing without someone coming
Mm.
to worry me or anything?
Oh yes, I have experienced a lot. In fact, I have hit a lot of rocks throughout this journey. So from 2020 till now, I would say that it's been about 4 years, almost 4 years, if I'm to look at the specific month, because I started in July.
Okay.
The first ever post I made, and the very day I created my platform and did my first ever post was in July. I have faced a lot of challenges. If I'm to speak about one, there was a time a student was going through abuse. Her boyfriend was abusing her. She said she had problems with her mother and left her mother's house and went to live with the boyfriend. And the boyfriend was abusing her physically. And then she reached out to me and wanted help. One of the days that I was speaking to her on phone, the guy came in, and then I could hear him shouting and yelling at her. Later, I received a very long note, which was a warning
Hmm.
from the guy saying that I should mind my business. I also have problems. I should attend to my problems and then stop poking my nose into other people's affairs and all of those things. So that particular message really, really, really
Got
got
to
to
you.
me. It really got to me. And then there was another time that a girl was also abused on the premises of a certain church here in Accra. And then that message got out to me. That day, I was also in school. I was in class as a student. I was juggling between work and school.
Okay.
And when the message got to me, I posted it. That was my first ever time of posting something without concealing the name of the church. I actually concealed the name of the church, but I didn't conceal the location of the church.
Was it intentional?
It wasn't intentional. I didn't conceal the location of the church, but apparently, for some reason, people got to know it was that church. And then I had the priest from the church. It was a Catholic church. I had the priest from the church getting in touch with me. I had core members of the church, the PYC executives getting in touch with me. I got people texting me that day. My phone was
You had a
hot,
lot.
and this was a serious case of abuse.
Wow.
So it was a whole back and forth. The church asked that I pull down the post. I refused. I didn't want to pull it down. It was a whole back, and they were threatening that they were going to sue me, and it was a whole lot. So I almost got to the point where I was like, you know what, enough is enough. Because in all of this I'm doing, I don't earn any money.
Exactly. No one is paying
It
you.
is pure voluntary work.
Yeah.
I have never earned a CD from what I do. To be honest, there are times people just get in touch with me and say, I love what you are doing. Kindly send me your Momo number. And then they
Okay.
send me something. There have been few instances of that. But whatever I'm doing is purely voluntary. It is not for profit. I rather pump in my own money to
Wow.
aid students in what I'm doing. So when I got to that point, I was like, what's going on? This is not a business. It is not for profit. This is me just putting myself out there to help students. So if I'm getting to a point where I make just this mistake, it was not deliberate. And my argument was that if you follow my post, you will see that I have never
Exactly.
revealed anyone's name, even the names of institutions. I don't do it. And this wasn't even the name of the church, it was the location. But for some reason, this is how it
People got
ended.
to relate it to the church.
Exactly. To the extent that I had to severely warn one of the church secretary who was really getting on my nerves. But to the glory of God, this particular church member who was a student who was abused later got adopted by the priest of this particular church,
Okay.
and then he's currently sponsoring her through school. So at the end of the day, I am happy that, and then they solved it at the church level. They solved the issue at the church level. So I'm happy that at least action was taken, and this particular student, who was actually a struggling student, got adopted by the priest. So that was one of the moments I was like, I'm not doing this again. And later, I decided to continue because I know that I wasn't doing the bad thing. And even when they were threatening to sue me, I was like, when we even get to the court of law, I'm sure when they check my page, the evidences will be there, and whatever would happen should happen. But fortunately,
It didn't get to where they
no,
were
it
thinking.
didn't. And I was even more motivated to do more.